Thank you for the kind words. Travis Wrightsman is the head coach at South Ripley. He's been there, this will be his 8th year. In 15 years of coaching, he has 222 wins. Somebody wins that many games in that number of years, knows what he's doing. Jack Sindell at their place on the 24th, Travis Wrightsman.
I'm not sure if I know what I'm doing as much, but I've been very fortunate over the last 15 years to have a lot of good players. So when you have good players, the coach always looks good. I'd like to thank Ace, again, like everybody else has, and everybody that's helped put this on. It's been a tremendous showing. Being here for the 2nd year, it's been a lot of fun. I'd like to kind of step away one quickly and say thank you, to my wife and my kids. We're gone so much as a coach away from our families, and they do a lot to support us. And I've got 3 lovely kids. I've got a daughter who's a senior in high school who's going to be getting ready to go to college next year. I've got a son who's in 6th grade and another little girl who's in 4th grade. So I miss a lot of them, a lot of things they get to do this job, and I'm away from my family a lot. So I just like to thank them for all their support. Real quick about our coaching staff here at South Ripley. My JV coach is Mr. Brad Samples. He's a heck of a JV coach and varsity assistant, and also if you need any insurance, he's one of the best insurance salesmen around for Encore Insurance. So please see him if you need any insurance needs. He'll help you out. He's a vested South Ripley young man. Was very fortunate enough to go to IU to play baseball. So he was a great athlete back in his day. Like he tells me, he never got that sectional because of some guy named Menzer over at Batesville that just kind of took that away from him every year. So my freshman coach, got a new freshman coach this year. Kyle Jolly has moved over to Lawrenceburg. So Curtis Stephen, another homegrown guy from Versailles, is stepping in with the 9th grade. Also have 2 new junior high coaches this year. Jeff Gravey, who actually teaches at Batesville, but as a Versailles guy, he's going to be our 8th grade coach. And then we have a former player in B.J. Severdeen, who has graduated from college and moved back, and he's going to be our 7th grade coach. So have some great young coaches in our program. As far as last year, we had one of the better seasons in South Ripley history, going 17-9, winning the sectional. And then getting to the finals of the regional, beating Eastern Pekin on a last-second shot by Corey Walker to send us in the finals. So this year we've got 56 of our 60 points coming back. We lost 1 senior in Chase Samples, who averaged 4 points a game. So there's a lot of high hopes coming back this year with the team that we have. Some of our players that are back, I've got 7 out of my top 8. I've got my leading scorers back, leading rebounders, basically everything back. For us, it all starts with Brady Meyer, 6'5", point guard. He led us in every statistical category. Averaged 16 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, about 3 assists. Super athletic. One of the better players I've been fortunate enough to coach in 15 years. So we have him back. We have our 2nd leading scorer back in 6'6", Elijah Repke. Averaged about 12.5 points and about 4 rebounds a game. I think the thing that makes those guys tough to guard is that they're left-handed. We've got my 3 best players are all left-handed. So as a coach, you typically don't have that, and we've got 3 lefties that are pretty solid. Our next lefty, senior 6'5", Ty Tucker, kind of an inside-outside guy, averaged almost 10 points a game last year. And then we have another senior back, and Caleb Riley at 6'2", pretty long athletic wing player. And we have senior Larry Pickett back, who played some time last year on the varsity. Then we have some juniors back, Corey Walker, about a 5'10" guard. He was a guy hit to 3 to send us into the regional finals last year at the buzzer. He's back, averaged about 7 points a game. And then we also have Derek Turner back, who is a 5'10" junior guard. So a lot of high hopes, just like I've kind of preached to the kids, from last year, and they've been working their tails off. Nothing's given this year. Even though we had a great season last year, have everybody coming back. Athletics, you just never know. We've got North Decatur in our sectional. That's very tough. We've got Milan in our sectional. It's going to be good this year. Switzerland County is going to be very good. So you can't take anything for granted. We had a memorable season last year with most of those guys coming back. But again, nothing's given, especially in sports. So, we're looking forward to the challenge with those teams that we have to play. We've been fortunate enough with the team that we have coming back. We were invited to play in the Ohio Valley Hoops Classic the day after Thanksgiving over in Wilmington, Ohio. We're going to play Dayton Northridge out of Dayton, Ohio. So that's going to be a pretty big game for us this year. One of those games that'll kind of be special for us. We host our own tournament, the UCB Holiday Classic. I've heard some coaches talk about coaching in different states. I coached in Missouri for 10 years, and the one thing they did out there that I really like is they had several in-season tournaments, and I'm talking a tournament, not just 4 teams. I'm not taking any away from a 4-team tournament, but to me that's not really a tournament. So we're bringing in 8 teams. We've got 4 3A and 4A schools, 4 1A and 2A schools. So we're going to battle it out. We've got a team from Indianapolis Chittard. We've got Greenfield Central coming in. We've got South Dearborn. We've got East Central. Those are kind of our bigger schools. We've got us. We've got Oldenburg. We've got Crothersville from down around the Louisville area, and then Christian Academy, who had a very, very talented team from down in New Albany. So we've got a pretty good tournament with 8 teams, 8 varsity teams, 8 JV teams. So we're looking forward to that. Some of our key regular season games. We start off first game of the year with Jacksonville every year. First game, last game. So those games are always huge for us. This year we'll go to their place. So it's always a great atmosphere. We got the Ripley County tournament. This year it'll be at Batesville. That's always huge for us. Since I've been here, this is my 8th year. Batesville's won it every year. So somebody's got to try to knock them off this year, whether it's us, Jacksonville, or Milan. We got North Decatur, regular season game. Again, another big game there and also we have Milan, Switz. So those are some of our huge games that we have to play, and kind of along with all the other coaches, like they said, we spend so much time with these young men that we coach, and they're just like family. And for myself, getting a chance to get to the regional finals last year, and seeing Corey Walker hit that shot at the buzzer, and just seeing basically the whole town of Versailles run down out of the bleachers, and the coaches and just everybody jumping up, screaming, those are memories that those kids remember for a lifetime. And, this is my 15th year as a coach, and just like a lot of these coaches have talked about, getting to go to weddings, getting texts, getting things in the mail about, them having a baby. Those are things you remember as a coach. And, the wins are always nice, but it's a special bond and a relationship that you build with these kids over the years. And, sometimes it's tough love, and they know we're trying to make them better. And I wouldn't trade this profession for any job in the world. Thank you very much.
John Blackwell is